Ooh, we have a trade though. We have a trade though. We have a trade though. We have a trade. We have a trade. Yeah, I might just go in with a mini right now. Exit this shit because I'm in a little bit of profit. Okay, I'm fine with this trade. Right, that's a wrap. Fucked up. We're back at break even. Good morning, everyone. It is day 41 of going all in on day trading until I'm profitable, and today might be the day I get a payout. Well, the title will already indicate whether I won the trade or lost the trade. So you guys already know. I always say this, I should stop saying this. It's probably kind of annoying. But this could be the day I get a payout. Not a big payout, just like a $300 payout, but a payout is a payout. I want to secure a payout, and I want to get my accounts on Top Step X. If you don't know why, I talked about that for like 10 minutes last video, so just go to last video and you will see me talking about why I want to move to Top Step X. Talking about last video, and yeah, we'll just go over a recap of what went on yesterday. So yesterday, I took a win. I'm now at 4 out of 5 winning days, and my account balance is sat at $300 of profit. So, going into today, if I take $300 is definitely a low end kind of trade for me. But if I take a maybe a $400 profit, which is the average profit I take on my trades, then I will be able to get a nice like $350 payout. So it really just depends on the risk, because as I said, I can only do 2 contracts, and there's a, I'm not going to dictate my risk based on my, I'm not going to dictate my stop loss based on my risk. I'm going to put my stop loss where I'm meant to put my stop loss. I'm not going to start changing my stop loss just to make the risk I want, because I can't do more than 2 contracts. But in short, that's kind of why I want to go to Top Step X, because I can risk more than 2 contracts. So, yeah, that's really all there is to yesterday. It was a super bullish day. Was able to catch a nice move to super obvious highs. And then going into today, we have, I'm trying to think what period 6 is, because I'll come home for lunch, but it'll be a quickly coming home. I might record a little segment of me cooking again, because I know people thoroughly enjoyed that last time. I wonder why. But apart from that, yeah, I have psychology last period, so I'm trying to think, because there's 2 different psychology classes. Hopefully, both of them are pretty good to trade in, to be honest. And it's not like I'm gonna have to trade for fucking ages. It's literally just a 10-minute, maybe 15-minute segment at the end of that one lesson at the end of the day. And then there's 10 minutes walking home, which would not be convenient, walking home for those 10 minutes and having to take a trade. This is the only day this week that I had to walk home during the trading hours, because Monday I had off school, Tuesday I was in a period 7, Wednesday it was early finish, Thursday it was period 7, and then now we got nothing going on at the end of the day. So it's literally just a case of hopefully no trade occurs during those 10 minutes, but if I don't have a trade in the first 20 minutes of the session, because I'll be home at 3:10, then I'll probably end up going live. No, I will end up going live, doing a live stream, if there's no trade. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for today. I'm gonna fucking shut this down, finish up doing my cardio, stretch, and then yeah. One thing that was insightful on yesterday's trade was the fact that I didn't hold it as my usual 1 to 2 risk reward. And part of that was because the trade had so little risk on it, that I wanted to hold it for a bit more. But there was also a logical reasoning behind holding the 1 to 3, because I was thinking, what is the point of the 1 to 2? Like, what am I targeting with the 1 to 2, which isn't being targeted anyway with the 1 to 3? Because the 1 to 3 was where the key highs were. At 1 to 2, you're in no man's land. Like, what kind of draw is there? Like, 10-second liquidity draw. Compared to literally like a few points higher, you've got a 4-hour, not even 4, daily high. So that's why I held that for a bit longer, and I'll probably do that in the future. Not saying I'll hold like 1 to 4s and 1 to 5s and shit, but like the 1 to 3 was definitely good in that situation. Especially because I needed a bit more profit, which could sound a bit greedy, but it did also have the logical kind of standpoint. It's just a shame. I could have put 1 micro on, but, sorry, I could have put 1 mini on that trade. But the problem with me putting minis on is it's only with hindsight now that I can go, oh, I should have put a mini on. If I actually lose the trade and I put a mini on, that's... What is my cat doing? That's 500 risk. So, because all trading is probability, and although this is an amazing week, my trading is still probability based. And if I risk 500, which is what I found out when I risked 400 compared to 200, there's no doubt the day I risk 500, the market's going to show me, nope, you need risk management, and it's going to shit on me. And it's going to give me a loss. And that 500 is going to account for 2 of my wins. So that's what happened last time. 1 loss, 8, 2 wins. So I'm not doing that shit again. Although it sounds tempting to go to a micro, no. Because I can get a nice little payout just from using... Wait, I'm saying, although it's tempting to go to a mini, I'm going to stick to my 2 micros until I get 2 more accounts on Top Step X. Then I'm still going to use micros, but I'll use like 5, 6, 7 micros. Hello. Not really much more stuff I've got to talk about right now. I'm going to finish this up, eat, go into school, and then I'll probably do a little sum up when I come back for lunch. So let's go to school. What's up, guys? So we're back in the kitchen right now. I say back in the kitchen, it was like 2 months ago since I recorded in the kitchen. Not even, maybe like a month. But you guys seem to like it. I don't really know why people found it so entertaining, me cooking. I do kind of like the standing aspect. I can move around freely. I don't know, it's so random. It just feels kind of nice. It just feels kind of nice. But right now, I'm cooking up oats. I've already had a meal today. I had eggs, avocado, and cheese. So, meal 2. This is like the lowest calorie day I've had in a while. I'm actually locking in on the cut. Because I'm going to cut for like another month. But right now I'm on 2.4k because I'm like 2 months into the cut. 2.4k calories on a rest day, which is today. And 2.6k on a training day. So yeah, it's really not too hard. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I am starving right now, but in general, it's not too bad. Anyway, so I was talking about what I'm making right now. I'm making 2 eggs, some oats. Now, what do I do with the oats? A little bit of milk. If I'm on a bulk, I'm putting more milk in, and I'm using the green milk. But if I'm on a bulk, I'm using the blue milk. Not that I struggle with getting calories in, it's just kind of a little bit easier. So, a little bit of milk. Slap the kettle on. Ideally, I remember to turn the kettle off, and I don't have boiling hot water. Make sure There's not too much butter in there, because you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how quick the fats can add up. So, like, today I'm going to make sure I weigh my peanut butter. But this is turning into like a fucking gym nutrition channel. I don't care, it's my channel. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. So, if you're trying to fucking lose some, just, for me, I like to control the fats first, because I don't realize how much butter I'm using until I'm like weigh it, and then I go, oh fuck, I was using way too much. The worst is peanut butter. So really be careful with the peanut butter, because I thought on my bulk I was having like, what am I even doing? My brain's gone numb. I thought on my bulk I was having like 50 grams of peanut butter per meal. Turns out I was having double that. I was literally having 100. So I was eating like 300 calories too much on my bulk, which I always end up managing to do every time I bulk up anyway. So yeah, I just cook them like this. It is maybe a slow way to cook them, but I got to cook the eggs anyway, so it's like whatever. I used to have protein powder instead of eggs, but that's kind of gay, so I just eat eggs like a real man should. Yeah, and the strat is I just leave the eggs to cook while I'm eating this. And because the pan is now so, I don't know if you can see that, it's so lubed up with butter, the eggs won't burn or stick or anything. They'll just cook nicely once they get like a, I'll shuffle them around for a bit. But by the way, I'm frying them, to be honest. I can't be asked getting that show. I used to be a fan of scrambled egg, and I do have scrambled egg because I had scrambled egg this morning, but fried egg is honestly the new meta. If you're not having fried egg, then like, what are you doing, bro? Like, comment down your favorite type of egg, and don't say any weird shit. Like, what's your favorite type? Like, what's your favorite way to cook your eggs? Okay, no, I got it. It wasn't even that hot. Fucking hell, we've got to set off in 10 minutes. We need to hurry up. This is such a pointless recording. Okay, let me put the yogurt in. Oh yeah, I put yogurt in it. Alright guys, this makes it fucking... No guys, trust me. I think oats are disgusting. Like, if I'm on a holiday and I'm trying to eat oats, just those like packet oats with boiling water, that shit is disgusting. It's good for a cut because it makes the oats really grim. And one method for the cut is make your food as bland as possible. Which, like, if I'm on holiday and I'm really limited on food, I'm going to have to make the food as bland as possible. And it fills you up really quick, having literally just watery oats. But when I'm at home and I actually want to eat something nice and I have to eat it quickly and not sit there for 15 minutes chewing it, I'll put some yogurt in. Cinnamon is the meta. Ground cinnamon, and then I do have some fruit on it, a bit of peanut butter, honey, and then I put yogurt on top. So it looks like a fucking little girl TikTok meal, but it just saves me from having chicken, especially on a bulk. It just saves me from having chicken and rice, or mince and rice, or tuna and rice. It just stops me from having that every single meal. So, yeah, there's not really much more to say. Oh, all my oats just went, well, not all of them, but tons of oats just went overboard. Okay. There's not really much more to say. I'm going to clean these oats up. Put this in the bin. And then we'll see if we take any trades. I might go live. It depends if I take a trade within the first 20 minutes. What is good, everyone? So this is a time lapse of me in school. It's period 6 right now, and I'm in psychology. So basically here, a lot of the time when I'm kind of inactive drawing a time lapse, it's because I actually have the screen on like minimal brightness, just because first off I do kind of need to lock in with the school shit, and we still had a little bit of time until market opened, so I was just chilling and I wasn't in a rush, and I knew I wanted the hour to close before I ended up taking a trade. That was kind of the idea, was I wanted the hour to inverse that gap, we didn't end up getting the inversion, but we ended up rebalancing it and sweeping sell side liquidity. But I'm in no rush, which is quite a nice feeling, because I was just, regardless of what it was going to close like, I was just waiting for the closure on the hourly. So I'm just keeping an eye on it, trying to actually learn something, because I got exams coming up. But yeah, there's not much more to say. Like, subscribe, and join the Discord if you have not already. Thank you guys. Love you. Oh, we have a trade though. 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 We have a trade. Oh shit. Enter now. Yeah, enter right now. What the fuck are we doing? Create limit orders. Yeah, nah, that was taking me way too long, because there was one time where, because I placed a limit order, it took me a little bit longer to enter, and that literally fucked up the trade. Like, it wasn't the only reason. It could have been a better trade, sure, but the limit order kind of fucked up my trade, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, this is it, boys. I really need a shit, though, but I can't leave my laptop unattended. Well, I guess I can. I'll just have, like, shit in my pants when I come back. Yeah, I might just go in with a mini right now. Exit this shit, because I'm in a little bit of profit. And just going with a mini. Yeah, I'm doing that. Fuck it. Right, I actually took a little bit of profit. Right, I'm going in with a mini. Fuck it. Ah, shit, though. Nah, I don't know. I don't know now. Fuck, why have I done that? I don't want to go in with a mini, matter of fact. Unless I get a better entry. Oh, shit, we're in. Fuck, okay, we're in a fucking mini, bro. Fuck it, we're in a mini. It's okay, I'm fine with this trade. As soon as I do a mini, we get this shit. That's peak. Right, that's a wrap. Fuck that. We're back at break even. Alright, everyone, so I'm not gonna lie, it's actually Sunday right now. I don't know, I literally don't remember why I didn't do this shit on Friday. But we're gonna do the post-market analysis. No, I'll give my thoughts on the trade. So, this was the trade. Obviously, ended up getting barely stopped out. I'm actually not annoyed with this trade. Also, the trade that actually hit stop loss was on the mini ES, right? So it was actually this here. TP was up here. And obviously, we barely got stopped out. So, I'll kind of run over. First, we'll go on the 1 hour, right? No, you know what? We'll start on the daily, right? So, the bias for the day was bullish. Can we please get over here? Bias for the day was bullish. We ended up closing bullish. Why was it bullish? Well, we've been bullish the rest of the week. Inversion of that. Well, yes, we've taken out those highs, so there was potential for chop. But, by the way, going into next week, inversion of that. Gap. Actually not quite. But anyway, on the 4 hour. This was the 6 AM candle. I was super bullish. Even though we'd inversed this gap, we still draw into this gap. So I was like, right, I'm super bullish. The problem was, and why I didn't enter for the first hour of market open, was we had this 1 hour imbalance in the way, right? So I wanted this to get inverse. We didn't inverse it, but we ended up rebalancing it. After we rebalanced it, we ended up sweeping London lows, swept them. So I was like, right, although we haven't inversed it, we rebalanced, swept liquidity, looks good for longs, right? The macro starts here. I wanted the 1 hour to close, and once we'd rebalanced that, I needed a new reason to enter. Sweep liquidity. Sweep a London lows here. Here, we get an inversion of this gap. And then we get a retrace into this 5-minute gap right here. But, unfortunately, we barely got stopped out. So if we go on the 1 minute, we can see, if I just clear a little bit of stuff real quick, we can see we got the retrace. 1 minute was still bullish. Okay, we're chilling. So, I entered here. Right, my stops were here. The only thing I would change about my trade was putting the stops here. But regardless, we still would have got barely stopped out anyway. So it's like, what can you do? TP, fucking send it up here. It ended up taking fucking forever. But if we didn't barely get stopped out then, TP would have been here. Or at least, you know, break even would have been met. So, it's one of those trades that's kind of annoying to take a loss on. But I wasn't mega annoyed because I know I didn't do anything wrong. I was trading in pretty choppy conditions, but, you know, I didn't feel like I did much wrong with this trade. I could have waited for displacement upwards on the 1 minute, but I didn't because we had the 1 minute was still bullish. We hadn't had any break of structure. There wasn't any major displacement down. There wasn't any IFEGs on the 1 minute that would indicate we were bearish. So, you know, it's just one of those trades. Just one of those trades where you don't want to. Right. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to sleep tonight. Yeah, there's not much more to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.